third, fourth, or fifth time's the charm. I'm host Eric. Welcome to Talking with Famous People as
Yay.
I once again attempt to type Olivia. Okay. I think we're going to succeed this time, Olivia. So let me launch in
Finally.
with a basic question to start out with. You have been tasked with cooking a family meal for you and your extended family. A total of 9 people are going to be there. Now, my first question is, how hard did you fight to get out of this?
I fought with all of my life to get out of this.
Okay, well, you were unsuccessful in getting out of it. So the task has fallen
Oh,
on your shoulders. Now, the question is, how are you going to go about dealing with this, needing to cook this much food for this many people? Walk me through your thought process.
um, well, I'd have to just freak out momentarily and come to grips with the fact that I'm going to be doing this. And then I would try and plan it as best as I could and follow recipes. Always follow the recipes and try. Like, I can't improvise when it comes to cooking. I find it difficult, so
Are,
I would
are you
just
going to look for
do that.
easy recipes? Are you going to look for easy ones?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
So,
not too easy that it's like boring, but if it's my family, they won't mind too much. So yeah, easy.
okay. Next question. If you're going out on a evening activities with some friends, would you like to go out with one friend, two friend, or three or more friends?
Um, Probably 2 or 3 friends.
Okay.
If it's evening activities, 2 friends. I like being in a group of 3. So me and 2 other people.
Okay, so you and two other people are at this dinner at a restaurant, and one of the other two people's friend that you sort of know comes over and joins you and starts arguing about politics. What's your thoughts on this? Are you really upset by it? Do you want to join in, or what's your thoughts on it?
I would probably enjoy it just because I enjoy any kind of like. I mean, is it like an argument or is it just an intellectual saying about politics?
Well, he's just saying that the new law regarding the street sweepers is really, really bad because it results in parking tickets for too many people. And your friend is
Okay.
saying, no, it's very important to keep the streets clean. And for some reason, they're both getting quite animated about it. Now, up until this
Um,
point, you haven't chimed in, but you think at this point maybe you ought to. What are you going to chime in? On whose side, or are you going to try to resolve it one way or the other?
I probably wouldn't chime in. That doesn't sound that interesting, and I would just leave them to it.
Okay, so both of
Um,
them now turn to you and they say, Olivia, you've got to resolve this for us. We simply cannot solve this problem. I'm pointing out the fact that we need our streets clean. And he's saying, yeah, but all these citizens are getting parking tickets. I said, well, move your goddamn cars. So you tell me, Olivia, what is it? Who's right? Who's wrong here?
um, People should move their cars.
Okay, you resolved it. Interesting. Okay, imagine that you are deep underground in a cave, okay? And
Okay.
you find a person who has broken their ankle. You're gone spelunking, okay? This person has broken their ankle. And they need you to go get help. But they're almost dead. You're pretty sure if you leave them here all the way until you go back up and get back that they'll be dead. So what do you do?
That's a really hard question. Uh, so what's wrong with them? They've broken their ankle?
Yes, but they've been down here for a couple of days now. Now you've given them some water. You don't have that much water, and it seems to keep them feeling a little bit better. But they're burning up with heat. They've got some sort of infection. They're feverish. You're no doctor, but you're pretty sure they're not going to make it if you leave all the way. By the time anybody gets back down there, they'll be dead.
It's a serious ankle injury.
Well, it's gotten infected. It's gotten infected, not host Mark. It was first just a
Oh,
regular ankle injury, then a cave spider bit it.
Does he have
okay.
ample food stuffs? Do they have granola bars and stuff?
No, because Olivia, this is a day trip for Olivia. All she's brought is enough granola bars for herself, and she's eaten almost all of them. All there is left is one half of one granola bar.
Oh, come on,
And
Olivia.
and the guy with the injured ankle is allergic to granola. It's a tragedy.
Okay. Uh, I think I would try as hard as possible to do whatever I could to try and help him, and then I would just have to risk it and try and get help. Like I would try and find a way that I could get help and in time to
Listen,
help him.
Olivia, listen. You've got to listen to me. I'm not going to make it. Just stay here with me and
Okay, I'll stay here with you.
comfort me while I die. Really? But what
Okay.
if he's wrong? What if he's wrong?
This question is so hard.
I've
Ah,
never asked this question before. I have no idea what to do with it or anything.
if I really felt there was no way that he was going to be helped in time, then I would just stay and comfort him, and it would be like really intense. And I
Oh,
would just try
you
and make him
got
feel.
you got some serious psychic scars coming out of this cave. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions for Olivia?
Okay, if you suddenly found yourself in medieval Europe, where would you prefer to be, and what would you like to do?
Uh,
I like that question.
I don't know much about medieval Europe, so I don't know.
The knowledge you have.
I would like to be like some kind of musician, like I don't know, artist type of person.
So
And I live in the countryside.
do you
Are you gonna
are
be a
you
musician? Sorry.
go ahead, my bad.
Are you gonna be a musician for the king and queen or for the common folk?
For the common folk,
You don't get
probably,
paid.
yeah.
You don't get paid nearly as much.
I don't care about that.
So are you better at
Definitely
singing
don't care.
songs or drawing pictures?
Singing songs for sure. I love singing. I just love singing.
Are you more likely to spend time refining a specific musical element, be it a song or an idea or singing a certain way or whatever, or are you more likely to come up with something new to practice? How impatient do you get
Yeah,
with existing things?
yeah, very impatient, and I don't like practicing. That's like my biggest downfall. I studied violin for so long, but just the practicing got in the way. Yeah. And that's why I like singing, because it's more spontaneous. It's not so technical. So I can just sing along to any song and
Do you write
just
your own
experiment
songs?
with my. Huh?
Do you write your own songs?
I'd like to. I haven't tried though. I write a journal down my feelings and thoughts, but I never try to put it into lyrics. Seems kind of daunting,
Well, you know what
but I do like writing.
I feel as though certain sets of words suggest certain melodies. So if you
Really?
just sort of say a sentence over and over again, you'll start to feel the melody of it.
Yeah, I feel like once you start, then you kind of. It seems like it could be quite intuitive, like because phrases do have a melody to them.
Hmm.
That's what poetry's about, really. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and and that's what NI is about, right? Is letting our any settle enough that we can go, oh, this has a specific melody to it. It's not some other melody.
Hmm.
There's lots of possible things it could be, but one of them is more right than the other ones. You know, it's weird.
Okay.
That's what I think anyway. Okay, so who else has another question for Olivia, if anybody, or if not, I will ask another one.
You mean do it? I don't think I have a question.
Okay. Uh, Let me ask you the troll question. I don't doubt that you've heard it before, but I'd like to hear your thought process, keeping in mind that you don't feel the need to not not capitalize on anything you've heard before. Use that information to make your decisions. I will change the storyline as need be to keep you on your toes, okay? So, I'm going to, just for the sake of the viewing audience and anybody else who might not be aware of it, go over the basics of the troll question. You're a mayor in the Middle Ages. There is a town that you are the mayor of. This town is on two sides of a river. The river splits the town in two. On one side of the river are the farms and the silos and where all the food is. On the other side of the river are the merchants. And normally you take the food across the bridge from one side to the other to feed the people, and the goods across the bridge from one side to the other to give goods to the farmers and stuff. But unfortunately, it's winter time now. The snow on the ground, but the river has not frozen. There's a big storm, and a big torrent of water comes rushing down and washes away the bridge. You can't rebuild it until spring. And who has come to live in your river but a troll? Now, when you cross the river on boats, which you certainly can do, you have boats, but the troll now, he can reach you, I guess, or something. He's just moved in anyway. Maybe you could do it with a bridge or not. It's hard to say. But he runs over and he steals 10% of your food if you're carrying any. This means if you're carrying one piece of bread, he steals 10% of that. If you're carrying a whole dead cow, he steals 10% of that. Whatever it is you're carrying food-wise in a boat, he will steal 10% of it. And he says it's a troll tax. So the problem you have is you have enough food to feed everybody for winter, but if you pay 10% of it to the troll for the troll tax, then you won't have enough food and some of the people will starve. What do you do? No, a live cow does not count as food. Good question, not host Mark.
So the troll is basically stealing our food.
Well, he says it's a tax.
Oh. Well, then, if he's arguing, then I would first try and talk with him.
Hi there, Mayor. Hi, Mayor. It's me. It's the troll. What do you want to tell me?
This isn't really fair that you're taking our food if this is a tax thing.
It's a tax.
You know, there's no really any reason why we should be paying tax to you.
Well, you know what they say. You know what they say. There's only two things in life that are certain: death and taxes.
Okay.
Listen, you've never been a troll. You don't understand the way the economy of a troll works. We're tax collectors by nature. I'm collecting the tax from you. That makes it legitimate.
I think at this point I would just try and capture the troll.
You're gonna try to capture him, okay?
If talking to him doesn't work.
Okay, you've captured him. You've captured him. You waited till he was asleep. You sailed down the river in a couple of boats with a big net in between you, and you've captured him. Now you've got him on the shore, and he's like, "Damn, I knew I shouldn't have been asleep that time. You caught me. Okay, so now what?"
Well, we just sort of capture him and keep him as a pet.
Keep him as a pet.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? You lock him in a cage?
Yeah, we can feed him a little bit.
You guys. Are you guys?
As he was taking.
Can I get out of here, please? Listen, I can't eat this food. I only eat tax food. You're starving me to death.
That's bullshit.
You're starving me to death. I can only eat food that's been taken as part of a tax. I told you it's our nature to be tax collectors.
Well, then, fine. You can have a smaller tax.
Listen.
One that doesn't affect us too much.
I'm a big troll, all right? And I need 10%, at least. That's the minimum I can take. You want me to take 15%? I can do that.
You know, I think at this point I would have called up an ENTJ or someone to try and fix this problem. Because it's starting to stress me out. Even though this is a fake conversation, this is stressing me out.
Okay. So now you have a dead troll. You called in the ENTJ, and now you have a dead troll, which is the most sensible approach to this matter. I don't know if that's what you intended, but that's what you ended up getting. Okay. Any other questions for Olivia?
Well done.
Yes, well done.
Thank you.
Olivia, did you say that you draw at all? Not necessarily professionally or anything like that, but just do you doodle or whatnot?
No, I've never been into drawing. I don't know. I'm not into visual art that much.
Okay.
Even just at looking at it, I'm not that into it for some reason. I feel like I'm missing something, but yeah.
Said
But
you're
yeah, I
into
don't
music
draw.
then?
Yeah, really into music.
Do you find yourself repeating sort of the same things? Like if you get something in your mind or like a song or something like that, do you just repeat that a lot, or do you find yourself sort of being carried from one thing to the next?
Well, I definitely get things stuck in my head a lot, yeah, with music. I get really focused on one part of a song and it just speaks to me so much, and I just focus on it and repeat it because I love it so much. But
What's more important, fairness or harm prevention?
sorry?
What's more important, fairness or harm prevention? So, if something seems to be more fair but it causes somebody harm, is it a good thing to do, or is that never the case?
Um, it can be a good thing to do. Yeah, fairness. I'd probably say fairness over harm prevention usually. But that kind of depends.
I got two possibilities for Olivia in my head, but one of them's kind of out of left field. Anybody else want to ask more questions before I take a guess?
If the friend you went spelunking with was the troll, would you change your answer?
No, no.
Hmm.
I would stay with him and try and comfort him because he's dying. It doesn't matter if he's a troll.
Oh, but he's saying if okay, yeah, I guess that is correct. Okay. Eccentric M, you got any questions for Olivia? We're about to guess typing her. You missed all the excitement.
Well, I just arrived. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't even know we were back online. So
I crashed. My computer crashed. It's the new
Yeah.
gear. I got it unplugged now though, so it won't happen again.
okay. I don't have any. Well, I can't ask any questions right now because I don't know what's been asked or not.
Well, I haven't really asked anything about SI. If you can come up with any SI or SE questions, we've asked a lot of N questions and some T questions.
All right.
Well, cheat journal.
Do you keep a good track of time, as was the last topic of discussion?
Good track of time. No, I have a terrible sense of time.
Right.
Actually, yeah, I have a terrible sense of time. I'm always late to everything. But not terribly late, but still constantly late.
Yeah.
Consistently late. That's the word. Consistently late for everything.
Is everything at the last minute? Like you procrastinate? I've got time for that, and then you keep saying it, and you keep saying it, and then all of a sudden, oh I'm late.
Yeah, definitely. Procrastinate.
Yeah.
I'm a huge procrastinator.
Yeah, I do.
Do some others refer to you as talkative?
No. No, that's it. I'm pretty quiet usually.
Okay, well, I've got my diagnosis on this individual.
I have a
I would
question.
love to know. Okay, question.
All right. Host Eric, he had to do something, all right? And you were put in charge of talking with famous people. But the catch is you can't let anyone know that host Eric is actually gone. You have to impersonate him, right? How would you go about doing this?
I have to impersonate host Eric. I feel like that would be an impossible task. I would probably have to
Talking
think
with
about
famous people relies on
famous people.
What?
talking with famous people relies on you, man. You gotta find a way.
You gotta take up smoking. That's step one.
No, just because I'm just so like mellow and quiet most of the time, and you're so fast paced. I don't think I could do that. But
Okay. Well, interesting. I'm going to go ahead and guess. Any last questions we want to ask before I make a guess? Okay. I say INFJ.
Okay.
And I know that it sounds like you got NE, right? That's why I say this guess a little bit out of left field. But I don't think you're INTP, which is what I think you are. What I think you think you are. That's what I think everybody thinks you are. But I don't think you are.
Really? What you think? I think I'm an INTP?
I think that you think you're an INTP, but I think that you're an INFJ, even though your answers say that you have a lot of NE.
Can I tell you my type?
Yeah.
I'm an INFP.
I was going to say that.
I'm such an idiot. Sorry. It's like I went through all the INFP questions with the troll, and you answered consistent with the INFP questions, but I got it in my head because of the music thing that you were an INFJ. I don't know. I just smelled INFJ musician, and I was wrong.
I missed the troll stuff, and I still got it right. I haven't been here a couple of seconds.
Really?
Well, maybe
Well,
because you can smell. Yeah, he can smell a fellow NFP.
Yeah.
I felt like the ENTJ part of my answer would give it away, like just relying on the ENTJ, because I do that, because I have no TE. I mean, I do, but it's terrible, so that would give it away.
I should have done a better job. My bad. Anyway, thank you for being typed. It was very interesting asking and hearing your answers and everything, and hopefully it's a
Thank
good
you.
episode. I think it is, but of course, once again, host Eric fucks it up.